Hey, let's get back now to your money. I want to bring in Lido Advisors President Jason Rotman. Jason, of course, we've seen this craziness, and the last couple of days, though, we've seen it kind of resolve in this market that gives people hope, but you think the bottom has actually now been put in.
I think it's been put in. I've been looking at long-term S&P 500 charts throughout this last quarter, just trying to identify if and when we would stop. There was a huge level that we actually reached almost to the T, and we've launched from that level twice now, and that's the mid to high 2300s. In the S&P, we could not get below there. As soon as it touched that, we rallied 100 points, which is a monster move in one day, mind you. And I think that's a sign that the institutions, the big money, loves that area to buy. I don't think we're going to go lower than that.
How far back did you have to go to find that number?
Gosh, that's a good question. Probably, well, within the past cycle. So since 2009, probably the past 6-7 years.
All right. Because, listen, let's face it. It's been tough trying to navigate this market with charts, right? Especially one-year charts. First, the 50-day was crushed. The 200 days were crushed.
Right.
Then October 29th, we hit those lows. They held for a little while, but when they didn't hold, all bets are off. If this number doesn't hold, what would the risk be?
Do you want me to say that live on TV?
No, you know what? We got to say it. We got to be honest.
No. I mean, honestly, Charles, again, I really don't believe we're going to go lower than that mid 2300s. Listen, if we do, are all bets off? Not necessarily. I think the economy's strong enough where we may dip below there. I don't see us really staying below there. It's a very low price.
Jason, what do you make then of all the different things that are unresolved, right? Because there are a lot of known unknowns and perhaps some unknown things out there too. None of those things have been resolved. Do you just simply believe they're baked in? The worst case scenario is already baked in?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I always say, and the conventional wisdom kind of knows, that the market doesn't look backwards, it looks forward. So as soon as in other words, when there's smoke, there's fire, but the market is pricing in fire when it sees smoke. And now there's smoke. There's a lot of smoke, but the market's pricing in the worst case scenario. The market has priced in, ooh, the Fed's going to raise rates 2-3 times next year. Jerome Powell's crazy. Well, guess what? The interest rate futures are saying there's no hikes. So the market is getting smarter to what's probably going to happen.
Yeah, some would say the market might be pricing in mushroom clouds, not just smoke, but we'll see. Hey,
true.
All right, so the bottom is in. What are you buying? What do you like?
So, early last year, I started to dabble in the cannabis stocks, the pot stocks as they're called. I bought Canopy, the Canadian version weed. I bought the U.S. version CGC, same company. Right now, however, I still own those. I'm going to be buying Tilray imminently, TLRY. This company, okay, from an investment psychology standpoint, what to speak of fundamentals, you want to get in something that has a lot of potential when nobody else is in, when the herd is out. Tilray's very, very sleepy. It's just hanging out in the 70s, not making headlines. But keep in mind, it went up to 300 recently. It's partnering with Novartis, Sandoz, AB InBev. This is a big deal, and we're just starting this monumental shift from an ingredient usage standpoint.
Right.
Tilray's leading the way.
Tilray's leading the way. I interviewed the CEO of Tilray, and within a week, the stock was up 400%, to your point, that spike. But the problem, it feels like, there's a couple of problems here. First of all, as a publicly traded company, they've got to execute. Secondly, can they deliver, right? We know there's a lot of potential out there, but there's some questions about a lot of these Canadian weed companies. Can they actually deliver to meet demand?
Well, there's an answer. The answer is yes, of course, but let me back that up. One, if you study the interviews of Brendan Kennedy, the CEO of Tilray, one thing that he really wanted to point out to everybody once they inked deals with Sandoz, Novartis, et cetera, Sandoz and Novartis obviously are related, he said, listen, one major, benefit that this deal is going to give us is that now we're going to be able to use that major multinational sales force in 35-plus countries to educate the highest level of physicians and professionals regarding the benefits of our products. So they have a lot of leverage now.
Thailand, of course, in the new year will also have legal medical marijuana. And today, we had the first bidding war, a takeover war for a publicly traded cannabis company. So a lot of excitement in that space. Hey, it's always great talking to you, Jason. We'll see you again in the new year.
Thank you.